Thank y'all for coming to Thursday Zoom. I'm going to share my screen, and the first thing we're going to give is some announcements. So let me do that. Okay, can y'all see the announcements?
We can.
Okay.
I can.
All right. So starting on Monday, there's no school. We're going to have 2 whole weeks off. So that means we're going to be out the 19th. We will return to school on the 3rd. That's a Tuesday. So you will have a holiday project in between that time that'll be due on the 1st. It is nothing huge. I want you guys to have fun with it. I'm going to show it to you in just a minute. I just gave you the holiday dates, which is the 19th. We return on Tuesday, the 3rd. I'm going to be reopening any assignments with zeros. If you have below a B, if you have below a B and you still want it opened, I just need you to let me know and I can open it. And outside of that, have a blessed holiday. So that is that. Now we're going to go on. This is your holiday project. Let me see if I can get it to. Well, hang on, let me work on it in a second. Why won't it let me? Okay, well, I guess we're going to have to do it like this. All right, so the very first portion of your project is All I Want for Christmas is a CPT code. And then I wrote my little scenario. I wrote a little scenario about buying a TV on Black Friday. And my story, I want you to write your own story and come up with your own illness and make it fun. This is supposed to be a really fun activity. So that's the first portion of your project. The second portion is on the hurt day of Christmas. Research and find the funniest Christmas ICD-10 code. Now you can see here where I found little memes on mine. That's not necessary, but there are lots of them. Let's look at mine. Murdered Snowman is Y02.8XXA. There is a code for that. Fall Through the Roof, which is W313.2XXA. If you get on and Google, you're going to find all kinds of funny ICD-10 codes. And then the third is going to be share your favorite Christmas memory. Does not have to be a Christmas memory. It can be any memory that you want. And I'll share mine when we come back. So I'll share mine with you guys. Although I don't have any idea what I'm going to be sharing because I have a bunch. So any questions on the project? Fairly easy and fun. Just, don't make it complicated because this is just something that we have to do every year is give you a little project over the 2 weeks that you're off and make it due on the 3rd when you return, and you'll have a place for that. All right, so next thing that we're going to do is we're actually going to do some CPT coding. Those of you who can, please pull out your CPT manuals and your workbook. Hi, Jenny, glad to see you.
What workbook? Because my workbook's online.
Well, that's what I mean. It's the workbook. You don't have to pull out the workbook because I'm going to show you the page. But okay. I don't know why I said that because I'm so used to everybody having paper workbooks, right?
Just wanted to be sure.
Yeah, well, thank you because you can't pull it out. So this is the workbook that we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing 28 through 36 of chapter 15, the musculoskeletal system. Let me ask, have any of you guys had any trouble coding the musculoskeletal system?
I've done a few there, but I'm pretty much was on chapter 14 still.
Okay. Well, let me tell you, I had a little bit of trouble coding the musculoskeletal system because I couldn't remember what my key terms were going to be. And then I found out as I was coding, they're not always the same. So let's talk about that as we code. Number 28, can you guys see?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, number 28 says, open treatment of a closed traumatic anterior hip dislocation without fixation. Lots of words. So, of course, I wanted to go to open treatment. I went there, I could not find it. So where we have to go is I have to go to dislocation. So once you go to the dislocation portion of your CPT, then that is when it's going to become well, let's go there because I didn't make good notes. See, I actually did, I don't know if you guys can see, but I actually did print the workbook page out. Hi, Janisha. So let's go to dislocation is where we're going. Dislocation. Once I kind of got a grasp of what I was doing, I was able to find every single one, but I really did struggle remembering how to find the key term to look up.
It's page 1083.
Ah, there we are, right there in my face. So dislocation. So where is our dislocation? It's the hip, right? So we're going to go to the hip. And it's going to be open treatment. It says 27253, 27254. Janisha, can you mute us, sweetheart?
Yeah, hold on.
27258 and 27259. So it didn't give us the slash, so it's not through. We have to check each one of these codes. So starting with 27253, let's see. Okay, so that's on page 193. So 27253 is open treatment of hip dislocation, traumatic without internal fixation. Does that match our scenario?
Yes.
So I think it's 27253. What do you guys think? I know Jenny says yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, you guys are right. It is 27253. We're not doing the ICD-10 codes. We're just going to focus on CPT codes. Okay, number 29 is closed treatment of a patellar fracture, no manipulation. So what do you think our key term is going to be?
Fracture.
Nope. It's patellar. It's the anatomic site. So that's where we're going to go in the index is patellar. And y'all, when I tell you in some of these, I looked up every single word. It was so frustrating before I finally got the hang of it.
I do that too.
But as a coder, that's what we have to do. And then sometimes I went to the right section and overlooked what I needed and spent a whole bunch of time just looking for something that if I would have paid closer attention in my first round, I would have gotten it. Okay, so we don't really have patellar, but we have patella on 1184. So I went patella, fracture, closed treatment, It doesn't say that it gave anesthesia, so we're going to go without anesthesia. NIC code 27520, 27560, or 27562. We have a choice of those three codes. So 27520.
It's on page 198.
So 198.
Mhm.
27520. 27520 says closed treatment of patellar fracture without manipulation. All right, or the choice was 60. Closed treatment of patellar dislocation without anesthesia. Doesn't really tell us if it's with or without. So I'm a little nervous about that one. And then 62 is requiring anesthesia. So from these three codes, which one do you guys think is the correct one?
I think I would pick the 27520.
Okay, anybody agree or disagree?
Agree.
I agree too. That's what I have. 27520 road. Okay. Number 30, closed treatment of a closed patellar dislocation, no anesthesia. So we're in the same spot with the patella, right? But this
Mhm.
one is a closed treatment. Okay, look on page 199.
Is it the 27560? The other option for the other one we didn't choose?
What do you guys think? 27560. Says closed treatment of patellar location without anesthesia. While y'all look at that, give me just a moment. Sorry about that interruption, guys. My son is playing a video game and he does not know how to not be loud. Okay, so did we come up with our answer? I have 27560.
Yeah, that's what I have.
Okay, so let's move to number 31. Manipulation of a knee joint under general anesthesia. So we know that we have anesthesia with this one. With application of a traction device. Patient had an anterior dislocation of the tibia proximal end. Okay. So I really had to think about this one. So our key term is going to be knee joint. That's where we have to start, is knee joint. Because the tibia is right below the knee. Okay, so knee joint is on 1,150. And then what do you guys think we need to look for?
That manipulation.
Manipulation, that's exactly right. So if we do knee joint manipulation, it gives us one code.
It's on the same page we was on, 199.
Yeah, 27570. So let's look on page 199. 27570. Manipulation of knee joint under general anesthesia includes application of traction or other fixation device. What do you think? Do you think that's the correct code?
Yes.
Janisha, Shalandra, Dakota, what do y'all think?
Yeah, that's the correct code.
I think so too. That's what I have. All right, so let's go to number 32. Closed treatment of a closed tarsal bone dislocation without anesthesia. So what is going to be our key term to look up? What's the anatomic site? It's the what bone?
Tarsal bone.
The
Tarsal.
tarsal bone.
27824.
Tarsal bone, I found it. It's on 1,237 of the CPT. So tarsal bone. And it's a dislocation. And it's closed treatment. Dislocation, it doesn't say open or closed on there, but it gives us some codes. It gives us 28540 through 28545, and then it gives us 28555.
Is it 27824?
You said 27824?
No, 27. Yeah. Wait.
Wait, I'm not seeing it.
Our code ranges are 28540
right.
through 28545 and then 28555. So we need to start with 28540. Okay,
Okay. 28540.
is that your answer? I'm just asking if that's your answer, Janisha. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. What do you think, Jenny?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I would.
That's what I have too. It's 28540. So you guys see how each time we're looking up those anatomic sites, and that's how we're finding what we need in these fractures. Okay, so number 33 says depressed frontal sinus fracture repaired using open treatment. So what's going to be our key term to look up?
Sinus.
Yes, sinus. Anatomically, that's what we're looking at is sinus. Okay, it's on page 1,227. Okay, so sinus. All right, now when we go to sinus, it doesn't give us anything that we need. So what do we need to go to? If we look up sinus, do you see where it says C, nasal sinuses? So now we need to go to nasal sinuses. And could I have told you that ahead of time? Yes, but I wanted you to see where it's guiding us. It's giving us a map where it wants us to go. So nasal bones.
So on 1,171.
Okay, nasal sinuses. Okay, specifically, where are those nasal sinuses? They're frontal, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So frontal.
Would it be 21343 and 21344?
Yep, fracture open treatment. So it's going to be 21343 or 21344. Yeah, because that open treatment comes into play. Good job, Janisha. So I'm gonna let you give us the answer, Janisha, since you've mapped us through it.
Okay, on 154. So I came up with 21343.
What do you think, Jenny?
Yes.
That's what I have too. Golly, on y'all's game today. All right, so the next one kind of threw me for a loop a little bit because what is a Lefort 1? I don't know. Open treatment of a Lefort 1 maxillary fracture. So I'm going to tell you just to tell you, I had to look at that fracture for this one because I went to maxillary. I could not find what I needed. So I went to fracture. Let me go, I'm going to look at maxillary just because maybe I was having a brain issue.
They got a couple different under maxillary.
Okay, it says fracture, open. It gives us 21346 through 21348, 21422, or 21433. 423. Okay, can I just tell y'all that none of those are the correct answer? Wait a minute. Hang on. Yes, one of those is the right answer. And I overlooked that yesterday, but when I went to fracture, and then I went fracture, maxillary open, and it gave me the choice of only 2 codes instead of a bunch of codes. But I'll wait for you guys to look up those codes and tell me what you think the answer is. Jenny, this is yours. Unless Shalandra, you want to do this one.
I just looked up Lefort 1 procedure in the back.
Oh, you have your CPT manual?
I do. I got it on lunch.
Oh, good deal, Dakota. So this one's yours. I didn't know if, because you were at work and in your car, I didn't know if you had your CPT code, your CPT book. So what did you say that you got for 34?
Well, I just looked up the Lefort 1 procedure, and then it says maxillary fracture, and it was saying 21421 to 21423.
Okay, that's another way to go. So we found 3 ways to go in this one scenario. So you decide which code, Dakota, what's the correct code for that?
4. Let's say 214. What number is this? 34?
Yeah. You said 21421, 21422, or 21423. Just those three choices.
21422.
Do we agree, coders?
Yes.
Yes.
I do too. Great job, Dakota. All right, now number 35 says aspiration injection of a bone cyst. Okay, I'm just going to tell you where I went. I went to aspiration as my primary midterm to look up. So that's where I went. I'm not telling you it's the only correct way, but it worked out for me. So aspiration. So I went aspiration, which is on page 1045. I went cyst, and then I went bone. And it says 20615. (20615) says aspiration and injection for treatment of bone cyst. So do you guys agree with 20615?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, that's what I have too. All right, so number 36, removal of deep screws from a repaired fracture. The screws are fixation devices. So what do you think we need to look under?
Repair.
Well, it's a removal.
Oh,
So let's look under removal. Oh, I see that it does say repaired fracture. Sorry, I gave the answer away. Let's go to removal. Although you may have been able to look up repaired, I don't know. I just happened to get lucky on this one because, you know, some of them are not that easy. So removal. Removal is on page 1213. And then what are we actually removing? We're removing fixation devices. So removal, fixation device, it says 20670 through 20680. So we'll go to 20670. Is that the number?
yeah.
All right, Janisha, this one's yours. So 20670. So 70 is removal of implants. Okay. The word that we need to keep in mind whenever we're making a decision is the word deep.
Okay. 20680.
20680. What do you think, Dakota and Jenny?
Yes.
That's what I have too.
What was it? It was kind of breaking up on my end.
On page 144, and our CPT code is 20680.
Okay.
So we just did number 28 through 36 in your workbook. So if that's on an assignment anywhere, guess what? You already have it done. So do you guys think that this helped with making you feel more comfortable with coding in this section? I know it helped me. I mean, when I sat down yesterday and started doing it, because I have to do it before you guys, so I have some semblance of knowing where I'm going, because coding's just like that. You don't remember everything every time you go through it. So does anybody have any questions? Nope. Okay. Well, remember about the project. It's going to be in news and announcements for you. We're out of school from the 19th. We return on January the 3rd. And get caught up on any assignments that you have zeros on. If I haven't opened something up that you want me to, it's just I'll be checking emails and text messages through this time, but this is my vacation. So, but I'm gonna be at home. So you guys can definitely text me or email me and I'll get it on something that you want to open. So any questions? Nope. Have a this feels so weird to say it because it doesn't seem like it should be time yet, but have a wonderfully blessed Christmas. Enjoy your 2 weeks off and be ready to come back in 2023 with gusto. Okay?
Okay.
All right, everybody. Bye-bye. Let me know if you need anything.
Bye. Have a good Christmas, everybody.
Bye.